Hey everyone, welcome back to more Pokemon Conquest Ultimate. Last time we finished Ginchio's story and we got a bunch of perfect links for the few warlords that we had obtained in that story. Today we can start a brand new storyline, and I think it just makes sense to follow up on where the previous one left off with doing Muneshige's story, which is Blowing in the Wind. It's got a 3-star difficulty. I shan't forgive any kind of defeat. You understand? Ginchio entrusts her castle to Muneshige, but will she live to regret her choice? Once upon a time, at a gathering of Ransai's warlords, a decision was reached. A test was to be carried out to determine the strength of each kingdom's junior warlord. A warrior would be selected from each kingdom, assigned a castle at random, and asked to demonstrate their skills on the battlefield. The warlords themselves were not allowed to offer any help. You will not actually be doing battle for the castles. It is merely a kind of game. But this does not mean that defeat will be tolerated. You understand, don't you, Muneshige? Perfectly. I knew that you would feel this way. So the first person to unite Ransai is the winner. This might just be a game, but it sounds like I'm going to achieve your ambition before you do, Ginchio. Alright, unite all of Ransai. Oh, we're just given 3 at random. We're not even given, like... We don't even start at, like, Violite, which is a little awkward. But hey, we've been given, what, 10 warriors? So let's look. Gracia has just 1. Oishi has 1. Hanbai has 2. Oishi has 2. Kai has 2. Hanzo has 1. Maguichi has 1. Okuni has 1. Yeah, some of them have 1, some of them have 2. Slightly strangely formatted or calculated. I'll say it's a little strange that we just start off in Crackspur. It's kind of a nuisance for Muneshige, because that doesn't allow us to get his perfect link, but I guess not every kingdom had like a junior warlord. So like, okay. To be fair, I think these are just... Well, I'm not sure about Hanzo, but like some of these I think just have the junior warlord as their main quest. I'm pretty sure Ranmaru doesn't have that either. But I was assuming we were going to start off at Viola and maybe have like Rosalia and Pugilist. That would have allowed us to just, you know, pretty casually get Muneshige's perfect link. But I guess we're not that fortunate. I feel like it makes sense. We're kind of actually at like the worst spot in the game, more or less. Well, maybe the second worst. Probably Terraria and Illusion is the hardest to start off with. You don't have... Like, you have a ton of adjacent kingdoms at Avia, which kind of makes that a pain in the ass. But, right, I mean, like, it feels like it makes absolute sense to go after Gracia first. Absolutely, considering she's got Kurata as her main monster, so it should be actually quite doable to just immediately recruit her if we finish it off with Staraptor. But if we look at what Gracia has, he's obviously you use Flower Trick, but also Wolverine with Ice Ball, Galarian Darmanitan with Fire Spin, and a Porygon Z with Tri Attack. So honestly, fighting just absolutely breaks her, fighting types. So let's see what we have. We've got perfectly Norishige and Sekiko and Kyo, so we've got a few perfect links here. I'm assuming everyone's basically ranked at 10% to start off with. Yeah, Issa is the first one who doesn't have perfect link, and I think Mudsdale uses close combat. So we've got one new warrior and the rest is all old. So yeah, the issue is that almost everything is kinda taken, you know what I'm saying? Like we cannot spread we have to spread our army kinda thin. Admittedly, if we can migrate more over to here or more over to there, it's probably for the best. The thing is, I think I really want to just get into Riolite. I would imagine that that is where Muneshige's Pokemon is at. Unless it's just in Avia, that is also a possibility. Thinking about that now. It is in Avia, so I was gonna initially start by just taking over Yaksha immediately. But with that knowledge, I am actually just gonna go here and try to get the Thunderous. I mean, we're not likely to get attacked straight away anyways, so Cleaver is gonna be very strong here. We want something for that Garchomp. I don't think we have an Ice type in our team, no. I'll throw in Mudsdale over here. And I think we'll battle with U4. We'll send more Pico back just to have that, the other place have a little bit more backup. Also, no traders here. Let's see. Logically, it makes logical sense to put you there. Garchomp is in the middle. Let's see. Morpeko has Aura Wheels. Got Herbivore as the ability. Swarm is not a terrible ability either. Yeah, kind of afraid that would have happened. That doesn't do a lot of damage, at least. Honestly, if we can just get primarily most of our attacks in on Salamence, that'd be pretty good. Let's move you over here. I do not really feel like getting hit by the Gyarados. I'd imagine uses Aqua Tail. Unless we're just literally putting it in the range, that might be. Yeah, we did put it in the range. How much does Aqua Tail do? 12 damage. Not that much, actually. That burn sucks, though. I do know that if they die, they don't. Oh, you've got Sandstorm. Alright, you go over here and try to hopefully recruit Thunderous. Or Tornado, sorry. Nice, that immediately worked out. So that Gyarados is gone, and now, God, you still can't reach anything. Oh, so much for that feller. Alright. Not complaining about that missing. Finish it at Star Up, Typhoon, boost movement range. That's a good ability. Let's just get that immediately. Well, this just finishes it off, so let's do that. Jagged Edge, just free damage, but the Tornadoes is ours. We get some slide boosts, of course. Not really a lot. But I guess the boost on startup really doesn't matter. But obviously getting Tornadoes is nice. So this being the first Junior Warlord campaign we're doing, definitely leaves this one to be an interesting one in terms of like giving giving a lot of the warlords their perfect links in this one, and generally just perfect linking probably by the end of this campaign. So we'll make you I mean, if we can beat one of these once, then sure, but yeah, this one seems doable. To be fair, most of the warriors that we have played with, we've already perfect linked, so it's also a pretty good indicator of which ones we do and don't have perfect linked. If we go over here, I think we immediately hit both. Yeah, we hit both, and that's very good because we want Stunfisk to be gone quickly. I am a little afraid that this guy does use Shockwave. Yeah, you can hit you and finish you off. That definitely puts Starmie at a much safer position. As yeah, we can probably one-shot Beetle Psychic. Alright, that doesn't kill. That's the main thing. Like, obviously the other two can hit Beedrill, which is the thing is that they can't hit Stunfisk, so we definitely need to get rid of Stunfisk as quick as possible. But with that being done, just hit you with an Electro Web. To be fair, Galvantula is pretty good for an electric type. It's got a nice amount of range. I don't know how strong of an attack Electric Web is, but the range really makes up for it. Beedrill on the opposite side doesn't really seem like a very good Pokemon, but we should also be able to recruit the Salazzle now, which strengthens this kingdom a bit more, and just us in general. I don't know what his main monster is. Something tells me it might be Blaziken. No, it's Nidoking. Well, got that completely wrong, but hey, we have a Nidoking now. And over here at Crackspur, I mean, technically none of them are using Brock moves. It's just that Excadrill's an issue. Although I mean, give it a try. It doesn't hurt to give it a try. Yeah, let's send you over to Excadrill just because you don't take any damage from it, and you don't take any damage from what was the Pokemon called? Glamora, yeah. I feel like Magneton's able to handle both of those rock types on his own. Glamora kind of logically running away here. It doesn't have the ability of Levitate, so we don't have to worry about it getting over here pretty quickly. 14 damage is nice. If it hits, you know. It only does 2 damage. Yeah, the wild monsters are really weak still. They're usually a little bit weaker than... okay, that does a lot of damage. Usually a little bit weaker than the... okay, this unfortunately doesn't kill, but... we'll get him next turn, right? Well, let's try again. That time we did hit. Poltergeist does enough to finish this thing off. So, like, unless Golem suddenly one-shots, then I think we've done it. You can also get this dude, which isn't too bad for us either. Madoka. Okay, this girl. Whatever. Yeah, that works. So yeah, that's almost done. We should, I think, actually, we might not recruit him if we don't finish it off with specifically Magnezone, who does reach. So I think I'm gonna kill it with Magnezone just in case, because we did go over the, I think, 3 turn count that you need to finish it in. A little bit of experience for them and Madoka, and so we get Soul Rock, and yeah, I guess you haven't perfect linked Muneshige, I guess. However, this leaves all of our kingdoms well protected for now. Like I said, I don't expect them to go after us in the first couple months, although they went from being like, they only got 1% bonus, but let's look who we bring. Honestly, those are all pretty solid choices to bring. Since we're only fighting type, Glamora's poison probably isn't a terrible effect, but we're gonna bring you free over here. And I think we'll just attack with you guys. Do we go in someone else? Yeah, I like Rotom. Let's bring Rotom as well. You know what is insane, right? There's only like 39 warriors I've left to Perfect Link, I believe. Just the normal warriors. Obviously, a lot of the warlords still need their Perfect Link, but that does mean that it's probably not going to be that much of a hassle when I do decide that I want to go and get some Perfect Links. Yeah, Cleaver is just nice to have. We'll get you over here. So Gullrain's there, so bringing you in isn't too bad. Yeah, I think this is gonna go well. You know, instant 21 damage is quite good. flower trick. It does have a 2-hit range, so I'm gonna put you here. Tri-beam's pretty strong. Sort of figured you'd do that, but now I can hit you with the move, you know what I'm saying? Alright, well that's not good for us. I didn't want to lose Cleaver, but at least he's got a super potion now, so we can heal up with that. Alright, so this does about 20 damage. Alright, I was initially going to use this on Porygon Z, but okay, we missed, that's great. That kind of complicates things a bit. 7 damage. A miss. Typhoon, let's use this. And another miss. Alright. So I think you can understand that missing like 3 crucial moves is really unlucky and really bad. Oh, if it's gonna kill Thunderous, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Although Life Force is a nice ability. $17 damage is good. Like, please fucking hit. Again we miss. Like, crucially we're missing multiple times. And that might just straight up cause our defeat. Or at least doesn't allow us to get Gracia now, unfortunately. We're gonna lose this out of the fact that we missed 4 or 5 crucial hits and that like our best monster got like taken away. Like the amount of unluckiness here is immense. Like it's immensely unlucky. Like we got immensely unlucky. Like we probably had a 90% chance to win this. Another miss. Like, we missed 7 or 8 attacks. Like, I can't fathom how unlucky we've been there. I mean, that gives massive increases to her army. Like, her army she just became the powerhouse because of that. Like, that's so upsetting. Like, that fucked us so badly. Like, I'm mind blown how fucking unlucky that is. Because, like, now she is pretty much out of our fucking range to beat anytime soon. Also, like, these are free flying types, and we've got a Neo King here. Can you just go away? Whatever. Ugh. Like, I'm still sort of perplexed with how that went. Like, that felt like a pretty doable battle if I had to be honest. That being said, this army is like really strong. Like, jeez. Last Bastion, I don't know. Yeah, you can still stand there just to block hits. Okay, that's basically like all you can do in this fight. Sorry, should have brought you to be honest. You get this guy who's got what? A Skarmory. I mean, that could be decent. And in Crack Spur, I mean, we are facing rock types primarily. I say primarily, but like, what if we just send out Magnezone here and just super power him up immediately? If only we didn't miss like 7 attacks in that battle, right? Ooh, cool, they're lining up to get hit. Alright, this does seem like it's gonna happen. So yeah, we'll probably get a big percentage bonus on Magnezone, which is solid. Okay, annoying. It seems like it can be flinched 2 times in a row, though. Which is a fair nerf, or at least that seems fair to me. Yeah, you're not like 16%, that's good. I mean, the rest, I guess you'll just train. Who knows, maybe this will lead into the game seeing Gracia as just being the powerhouse and leads us to not have to deal with the officer immediately. But, I mean, it does make me think of, like, you know, do you go after Dragnor instead? Kai has a 2-area army, so she's not going to be easy to beat. Or at least it makes me want to... Well, Hanbei, too. We're kind of surrounded by 2-man armies. So, like, with Gracia suddenly being, like, an absolute fucking unit, we're in a little bit of an awkward spot here. Like, Muneshige, what seemed like a solid starting point is to get Gracia to have also Meowscarada. Suddenly now isn't. Because we'll have, for us to get any of Hanbei's army or Rishi's army, we'll have to beat them twice. Which is a little unideal. But hey, at least we got the perfect link, so there is that. But, so there's not a rush now to go to Violite, although, if I have to be honest, like, the free villages, villages, what I would want to at least have in my army for perfect linking would be Dragnor, Nixstorm, and Aurora. Because, like, a lot of the evolutions, a lot of the people that need evolutions we don't have. But yeah, besides that, yeah, I guess this is the end of the episode. We've been going for a half an hour. Kind of a difficult start, admittedly. Like, the one thing, we're at a difficult opening spot, if you ask me. Our most, the opponent we could have most likely had taken for us is now kind of a non-option, or, you know, like, we could give it another try, but it's looking really unlikely for that to be successful. Like, we had that one opportunity, and, well, our unit just decided to miss the entire time, leaving us to probably have to go after either Oishi or Hanbei. But yeah, we'll figure that out in the next episode. So everyone, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.